6:35, we check back in with Mike Eppel. And Mike, once again, Trump's comments online, in person, whatever it is, still sending the markets into a tizzy this morning.
Yeah, indeed, Tammy, good morning. Just in the past half hour, we've seen the world markets turn sharply lower on some comments broadcast of the U.S. president in an interview with CNBC, the business news channel in the United States. Trump saying that they are, quote, ready to go on tariffs on $500 billion worth of Chinese exports. So that's a signal that the Trump administration is not backing down in the escalating trade war against another superpower in the economy. And that took the Dow Futures Index, for example, from break-even down right off the bat by 125 points. So market's been it's been on high alert on all of these trade signals coming from the Trump administration. Trump also breaking with protocol in that interview and criticizing the U.S. Federal Reserve. Now, U.S. presidents don't typically comment on interest rates and monetary policy, at least not directly. But Trump says he doesn't like the idea of rising interest rates, as the U.S. Central Bank has certainly been doing over the past year. Being a real estate developer in his previous life, I suppose, Trump doesn't like interest rates or borrowing costs going up and basically says it could dent the U.S. economy, just as the U.S. is heading into midterm elections. So we'll see if that has any spillover effect on currency trade coming up today. On the again, trade front, we heard comments from the auto industry yesterday and some hearings in Washington at the Commerce Department on the idea of, again, hitting foreign auto producers with tariffs to protect the U.S. industry. Well, the Detroit Three basically saying, no, do not do that, because that would have actually the opposite effect, raise prices for consumers across the board and basically slow down the auto industry. So, again, the trade focus coming from the auto sector, and that could be a major impediment to the Canadian economy if, in fact, the U.S. were to follow through and hit Canadian auto exports specifically. So a lot on the trade front this morning, Roger, as we're watching markets slump. One stock in the pre-market trade that is hitting a record, Microsoft, which reported better than forecast earnings, north of $8 billion.
So Bill's made some more money then.
Yeah, a little bit more, trying to catch up with Jeff Bezos.
All right. Well, you always want to catch the number one, right?